Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to this Warno 2v2 game played on Vertigo Duel between Softcore and Zsadok, playing 9th US and 82nd. And they're going up against the terrific duo. Trying to think of a D complement word. Terrible duo. notmjblair and Sparty on Berlin and 25Y. So we'll go through the deck reviews, then we'll talk about the map, the matchup, the deployments of the game, and as always, timestamps in the description. Right, so these are the deck reviews. We've got Zsadok playing 82nd Airborne. Yeah, so team games, right, you got to do things a little bit differently. I played 82nd earlier today, and I was flabbergasted by how bad all the bomber options are. So I did actually end up bringing the napalm one for next time to see if that actually does something, because this is terrible. This has a 4-minute reload, whereas this costs the same and you get 3 of them. And, this has a 1-minute reload, but this is cheaper and you get 3 of them, and it's got the same ECM. Admittedly, this is a dive bomber. So I feel like maybe you have to bring this. Having played it myself, but, I mean, the A10 rocket's super nice, like, so if you don't have that, you could get that, but basically I was playing against a guy, the game will be on the channel, and he was just smoking the whole map, and I only had the AT planes and the A10 rocket for strike craft, and so I couldn't bomb the CV that was in the smoke, and that was a really big problem actually. It's a very entertaining game. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, so basically you want a Black Hawk, right? You can have this at 2-vet if you want. It's really, really, really useful. Really, really useful, because the Black Hawk can soak up shots. You fly it in front of your regular helos, right? And it can also shoot people. You can use it to scout. It's got ECM and stuff, so you definitely want this. And so I just get rid of that AB Fireteam AT4. In terms of like 18 of these teams, let's see, you need some dragons, because they're really nice at close range. I mean, did they know? Maybe you knew what the map was going to be? I've forgotten what the map is, so I'm about to pause this and check. Yeah, so the map was Vertigo. Yeah, you need some dragons. I mean, I'd probably just get rid of this, because you've got the grenade launcher one, and they kind of do the same thing. Engineer's flash are actually really good now. I've been converted. I know I always used to say the satchels were better, but this can't shoot when you're in the same building anyway. And the idea is, as long as you've got a regular airborne with the flash, you'll win. So, and the newer maps have a lot more like forests on them and stuff. That might just be cope. You've got 10 of these. Do you need 2 of these? I mean, maybe you do, but so yeah, try the flash and just have the regular airborne with it. This thing, I used to be like, yes, I need it, but I actually think it's not as useful as a card of Airborne Dragon. For 5 points more, right, you get better machine guns, because they can fire better while moving. It doesn't synergize at all, right, because this has to stand still at rate, and it's, better at range, that sort of thing, whereas this, you run up to people, jump in the same building and get them. But then the AT is long range and the AT is short range, but it is what it is. I mean, if this works for you, fine, but like you really do need at least 1 card of Airborne Dragon. So I'd probably get rid of these guys and put that in. Honestly, I have 2 cards and only 1 card of regular Airborne, but... So, yeah, I tried upvetting these, it doesn't work. It used to be 4-3, now it's 4-2. You definitely do need 4 of them, frankly, if you want it to do anything. Sheridans are really good, so you've got 4 CVs on Vertigo as well. Yeah, you need lots of CVs, but these are good against infantry, and they just feel like soaking up ground, and you've got ATGMs on them. That'll be useful on Vertigo, so you might want to bring one of those. I mean, you've already got so many TOW2s, so maybe consider that. The sniper, I mean, you need recon helos for you. I mean, it's good, the sniper's good, but you need recon helos for the your actual helos, right? So, because you fly it in front and it spots for your actual helo, so I feel like you need to get rid of these. Not because they're not useful, but because this is more useful. You can even bring this one if you want, but it's just going to die. I just don't think it's worth the money. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I was trying not to cough. Yeah, 6 fighters makes sense. I would probably, because it's a 2v2, I think stacking the Eagles probably makes more sense than stacking the Phantoms. Yeah, in team games I use less air, but it's not always the case, right? You probably do want at least one Apache. So, like, you know, Hellfire Apache, because like this is one per card, and these fire rocket, you've got 4 rocket healers, like actual rocket healers, so you might as well get a regular Apache. And then I would probably swap out a it's a 3-pointer. You could get 2 planes for that. Do you want 2 tow cobras, or do you want 2 more AT planes, or the A10 rocket, which can be useful at the start, but I suppose in a team game it's not as useful because the enemy just kills everything with cubs. But see, I suppose it's a personal choice, right? But honestly, I just bring 8 more Sheridans than 2 tow cobras, because as the game goes on, you're gonna find that you need just to throw units into the breach, and this can be very useful for that. And with the ATGM, you know. Anyway, so his teammate has... I hope he doesn't know this guy well, because this is the worst 9th US deck I've ever seen. It's just so bad. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. The infantry is too vetted for, you know, for what you're doing, which is a team game. Your ARTY tab is one of the best ARTY tabs in the game. You get NATO's only coffin launcher, not brought it. Cluster ARTY, super useful in Vertigo 2v2, not brought it. These, I don't really like them because you keep having to move them. It's got the guided round, but I prefer this. I just bring this. And it's like, you know, self-propelled smoke mortars on a light div is actually really rare. And it's just so bad. Like, so rather than fix it, I'm just going to show you my deck. so this is my 9th US deck. So just copy that, right? Just copy that. His opponents, not MJ and Sparty. So yeah, these guys are, you know, very try-hard 2v2 stack. One of the best 2v2 teams in the world. We always come up against them in the tournaments. We usually win, but it's always a close game. Sometimes we lose. This is not a good deck. I get the RM70 fob on Vertigo, right? I get that. I assume that these are the guys who picked the map, because this is ridiculous. The Cubs situation, I mean, this is sort of a bit nonsensical. Yeah, it is. I mean, so the whole point of this div is you get 2 cards of towed AA guns that you can throw around everywhere, right? So get rid of the Shilker, downvet this, and bring these 2. And then you've got 2 cards of Motshots and Streller at 2 vet. Okay, why is this at 1 vet? Do you need 16? He's not bothered bringing the fighters because his teammate's bringing the fighters. And yeah, that makes sense. This thing is really good now. But if you're fighting in the open, in a narrow lane, you want this. This is more of a 1v1 thing to go around the sides and annoy people. And I suppose this does something similar, but it's got the bad stealth and bad optics, so it's not as good at it. The idea behind the opener on this division is you get the grenade launcher jeep. So instead of bringing this, you want to bring the grenade launcher one on these guys, which is also cheaper, and you get more of them. And then I'm not sure about this at all. Probably wouldn't bother with that. If you want a fast AT option, then you would put this in, right? Because the whole point is that these guys don't have AT, that's why they're cheaper. These guys don't have AT, these guys do. So I suppose that's your fast AT option. In a team game, I would not 2-vet these, because team games almost always go late. Almost always go late. I mean, this is like no smoke mortar. Terrible idea. You need smoke mortar. Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't be 2-vetting all these. If the game goes late, you're going to run out of stuff. Also, you can bring the KDA Schutzen if you want, I suppose. Yeah, I just wouldn't be 2-vetting any of this. And the Mott Schutzen SVD is quite nice, but I suppose, you know, there is an overlap with Vac Schutzen, right? They've both got the SVD. It's just this is actually, well, these are 8 guys and these are 10 for 60, so yeah, you definitely want both cards of the regular Vac Schutzen. The Vac Schutzen RPO is really nice as well. And then, yeah, 4 supply cards because he's ARTY maxing. And then his teammate, also ARTY maxing, but no smoke mortars. I wonder if this was some challenge they set themselves. Let's not bring smoke mortars. But you're an idiot, so... You can play the game however you want. You can play the game however you want. So yeah, he's bringing all the fighters. Cubs, these have an overlap. They're the same thing. So you want this, really. How are you going to see with your tanks? This has good optics. This has good optics. So you can bring this. But on the tank div, you still want to bring this. And you can bring this as well, but you definitely want to be bringing this. So, you know, you can do what you want in terms of like down vetting these or whatever, but because like this only has good optics. This only has good optics. Yeah. Did they not get the BMP1 PG? I guess not. Lots of BMP2s. I suppose if you're playing on a narrow front, because you're playing on half a 1v1 map, right? On Vertigo 2v2, that's basically what it is. So, Hilo thing to take it to and from the fob. Lots of supply. How many CVs has he got? 4? On Vertigo? That's a bad idea. What the hell did I just press? Right, here we go. And then into this, like 2-vetting the tanks. I mean, you can if you want, because you've got so many. But, yeah, I mean, let's just see if that works. Let's just see if that works. Like this one you can 2-vet, definitely, because, you know, you still get 3 of them, and it's an early game tank. And then these are the ones you'll end up switching into in the late game anyway, because they've got the better ATGM, which on Vertigo does matter. So yeah, I could understand 2-vetting all these. That's a 2-point slot, though. Wouldn't you rather have... I mean, let's say you get rid of that. Okay. Now you can come back and up-vet these. You've still got 4 ARTY pieces. But yeah, 2 are at 1 vet and 2 aren't. And then you just keep this on a separate hotkey to this because they'll aim at different rates and stuff. Alternatively, you could do that, but I wouldn't recommend it because this is a different one anyway. So it shoots less far, but obviously with the RT you can sort of do what you want. Let's cast the game. Right, so with that out of the way, you'd obviously expect these guys to win easily. They're one of the best 2v2 games in the world at Warno. And they've got the PACT, it's Vertigo Duel, so it's very narrow, drive forwards and backwards, rocket arty everything, you win. Their opponents, you saw the 9th US deck review, it's really bad. He's not got any arty, and so his only chance, not even any smoke mortars or anything, although then again these guys don't bring any either, so you would expect, so unless he like mega wins the zone at the start and pushes him to here and sits here, then he's just going to run out of stuff and die. Like no coffin launchers, no M60s, no. Well, he's got the M60s. No arty. His arty tab is empty. So yeah, this deck's pretty good. So not much to complain about there. In terms of the sides, as you know, blue's on the good side because this big hill here makes defending this side a lot easier, right? And if blue takes mid, which they should really because they've got all the airborne, put ATGMs in here, it gets very hard for red to reinforce. Berlin Gropers kind of sucks as a div. It can be nice in team games because you just play on the infantry bit and do your infantry thing, but at that point you should just play Rugener because you do the same thing, but you also get the coffin launchers, which makes you win that fight. But your AA is worse. So there are trade-offs, but your tanks are better. But no, Rugener's just a better version of the same thing in many ways. Not in every way. So, deployments. We've got okay, so not MJ's helping Sparty here, giving him a bunch of BMP2s and the T64. And then we've got the 2 artillery opener. Very disappointed in you. Maybe he wants to. It's probably for smoke. It's probably for smoke. It makes sense. It's for smoke. It's for smoke. So 2 PKM teams, because you don't even get grenade launchers on this div. That's why. So it's good in towns, but it's not. So Ponkers. I've got a high level game on my channel of me playing Rugana recently. It's called Forced to Play Warno's Worst 1v1 Division. Yes, CV. Some more Sparty stuff. Sorry, more not MJ stuff, the BMP2s. And Sparty's given some T55s, so they clearly just want to hold here and push Alpha. Because, yeah, they're a bunch of recon and then, like, literally nothing there. What the heck? That's really bad, man. I mean, if this guy just wakes up, he can just walk in. There's one tank. And the fob, of course, for the MLRS. Switching to their opponents, we've got a sort of fast life strategist on the left here with loads of 2-vet infantry and like no ARTY, like literally 0 ARTY tab. So he's mega YOLOing it, and frankly, it's working because there's nothing here. So he should be able to walk in and put all the ATGMs in. So he's got a chance. He's got a chance. It's not over yet. I've obviously not seen it, but he's got a chance. Because, yeah, these go 2,800. It's NATO's only ground-based 2,800. So super useful 9th US on this map. In general, 9th US, quite useful. And then, yeah, they should get mid. And then we've got Zsadok with a bunch of airborne stuff, should just get in here. But he didn't bring the Dragon 2s, which is a big shame. His big advantage, though, is that he gets TOW 2s. They both do. But the TOW 2 one-shots the T55A, which is Berlin's best tank. It's a very unfortunate matchup. But he didn't bring any Dragon 2s, so he's got the TOW 2s, but if they're running across the field to him, he doesn't have any intermediate range ATGMs to pad out the TOW 2s, so... And he didn't bring the Sheridans either, which also get the intermediate range ATGM, so it's going to be an uphill struggle. Let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners. Generously joining the channel, they get the names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest levels worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. About 80% of channel revenue comes from the generous channel joiners, so that's why I shill so much. They also get a Steam key for my game. If you want to help out for free, check the link in the description. My game is on Steam. There's a free demo out now that you can play. And if you could wishlist the game, I'd appreciate it, even if you don't enjoy the demo. It's like YouTube, so if you like the YouTube videos, you know, it gets recommended to more people, that sort of thing. Same with commenting and subscribing and all that. That's why we all ask you to do it, all us YouTubers. It's the same with Steam. The more wish lists you get, the more it recommends the game to people, because it's like, oh, well, this must be a good game. So here we go. Softcore, he's used the recon helo, and he's detected... Oh, there's nobody here, I can just keep going. I think he has... Has he detected... What is he doing? Detect, no. Well, it is what it is. At the very least, he's got TOW 2 there, right? That's another thing with this map, so, you know, this can shoot that, but there's nothing here that can shoot this reinforcement. The middle matters more for red, because if you get to here, then you can do that thing. So yeah, basically what blue needs to do is take this. If they take that, red's completely screwed, because they can shoot this way, so they can already kind of do. But crucially, you can't reinforce this zone, so... But, you know, this is interesting. So will he curve left? He does, although that was automatic, he didn't tell it to do that. Maybe he just knew. Basically, it turns to the air thing, and it takes the least angle. Right, the least angle. It should do, sometimes it kind of just completely spatters out, but... So yeah, he just got it for free. He just got it for free. The 2-vet guy... I was ragging on his deployment, on his deck, but he just got the whole zone for free. He didn't have to fight for it. And now Zsadok's about to get 2v1, because that's basically what's happening here, right? They intentionally gave up on this, which I don't think was a good idea. But, you know, they're practicing, right, for the tournaments maybe, or just playing for fun. So they wanted to try something new. You know how I feel about that. So, this guy, is he going to unload that? Oh, his luck ran out eventually. Of course, when you get closer to the enemy, their accuracy increases, if you didn't know already, so... So yeah, Zsadok struggling here, right? If he had Dragon 2 teams, you know, you could sort of have one here and it would shoot at that or whatever, but... he does not. Admittedly, most of his guys are in the middle, which this is very important, because if you lose this, for example, well then it's very hard for you to sit over here, so... He needs a smoke mortar. He buys an F111F napalm. Look, basically, you can't really use the air unless you're going to buy a seed and take it really slow, because they're going to have a gorillion cubs, so let's see how much damage this does. I spoke about this in the deck review. You don't really... I don't blame him for bringing this plane, because you don't have any better options, but that doesn't mean it's a good option. It just means you don't have any better options. So Cook V dies here, which is a big shame. That's a big piece of kit. I guess this must have shot it, which doesn't really make sense because it should outrange it, but... So, not looking great for Zsadok. The purchases were... like, that was... he killed one PKM team. I guess he wanted to snipe the CV, but just like, think long term, how does that help you? Right? It's still going to be 9 minutes to win. They're just going to buy another one. So, he should have bought some ground units, right? A couple Humvee TOW 2s, right? One here, or just one here. Airborne Dragon, which he doesn't have. Bet he's kicking himself. That'd be so useful here, right? Because it'd be shooting. He buys another napalm. Truly inspirational gameplay. Wow, incredible. His teammate's buying bombers as well. Admittedly, he doesn't have anything else to do. It's not like he can buy ARTY. There you go. Did you see how that actually did something? But it got hit by the Cubs, and now it's going to be gone for the next... Did you see this was behind that building, so it didn't get the second shot off? And this was too far away to get a second shot off. So, move buildings after shooting. Truly inspirational. I think he's completely screwed, right? I mean, they're just sort of walking into it. There's nobody here. So his teammate's helping him out as well. Is he buying... There we go, Veto. But yeah, just buying a bunch of planes into the 2 Cub divs is... Because the idea was, like, I need to snipe this CV. And I get that, but that wouldn't have helped you. It costs 30 points. It would have bought you a couple minutes, but that's not, you know... This game's going to go on for a long time. Well, I mean, if they take this, it will, right? Otherwise, it'll be 16 minutes, which is still long enough, so... See, look, these Cook Vs are super useful on this map. Super useful. Got to keep them safe. You only get 4 of them. NATO's entire nation only gets 4 2,800 meter range ATGMs on the ground. PACT gets easily several hundred. Well, okay, easily 800, right? I think, because they all get, like, the routers and the router's the new one. They all get the repairers and all that, so... So yeah, it's looking pretty bad over here. But it's even Stevens, right? He's sending stuff around. If only this was... I suppose his div doesn't get LAVs, but... Because yeah, if you want to... Basically, you want to send one all the way around and try and find the fob. Admittedly, they've put it in the hardest place to get to. But yeah, you can send one over here as well, an LAV, right? It's easy to say and hard to do. It is hard to do that. Like, I just played an 80-second game, and after I watched it back, I was like, oh... Why didn't I send something around the side? I could have really done some damage there. Could have sniped his bloody ARTY that spent the whole game killing me, and that is the 80-second experience, really. So, I don't really rate this because it's only 1 per card. If it was 2 per card, I'd bring it every time. So this is probably the one from before. I sure hope he isn't just constantly buying those. But it's just, yeah, I mean, imagine if instead of... 430 points of planes. You'd bought, what, 5 Sheridans. And there were 5 Sheridans here when they came through. They, obviously you don't really want 5 Sheridans, you want 1 Airborne Dragon, 1 Airborne Behind, 1 Sheridan, 1 Pivads, but, 1 Humvee TOW 2, right? But yeah, that's... He doesn't have any better options. But, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would just wouldn't be buying any planes at the moment. Admittedly, Red's not doing a good job of bringing their cubs up. Like, this should be here. This should have ammo that he's just left his thing behind. So he's moving it up, and these are back here, so... And, yeah, I understand bringing them all up to here. That'd obviously be great, but... Yeah, that's the issue with both of these divs. To be honest, the composition, even though these guys had 0 airborne forward deployment, I prefer the Reds' composition, because these two divs are quite similar. 90US is essentially a heavier version of 82nd Airborne. I think that's fair. But yeah, the advantage of these is they've got 2-minute reload, but if they die, then obviously they don't come back. If they die, then they don't come back. There we go. That's very optimistic. I mean, there are cubs, right? So, yeah, if you're blue, honestly, I suppose he probably did just have one here and it just exploded. Because there is a fire here. But if you get 80, like, because Zsadok had an ATGM here and it died, like, you should, yeah, I suppose there's one here. Because if you constantly ATGM this, well then they can't get in. He must have known that was a one-way trip, which then begs the question, well, why is he even trying it? So here we go, the venerable smoke mortar. Zsadok is the only player in this game who brought a smoke mortar. Which is crazy, I assume this was the challenge they set themselves. There's no way they would forget that. Whenever I play against them in the tournament, all they do is smoke the corner. And that's fine, because I smoke the corner as well. And they probably learned it from me. Yeah, pushing with these divs is very hard. I mean, I should probably do like a video on that, but it's kind of hard to explain. But, right, I mean, this just missed everything, but the general idea is the tank can shoot while moving, and it can, you know, stop and shoot, right? Even though you do stop to shoot, because the accuracy goes up. The ATGM has to stop, aim, like the tank does, and then it has to sit there while the laser beam, the ATGM goes, nee, and all that time you're exposed to the tank. And generally, you know, the tank will one-shot the ATGM carrier because it doesn't have much armor, and it's not the other way around. So every time you attack with it, you're exposing yourself in the open, and there's every chance that he's just going to shoot you back and you're going to die, right? And that's why the tanks are better on the offense, and these are better on the defense, because they've got a good stealth. So the idea is you don't see them when you're advancing, because your recon's not going to be in a good position, compared to when you're defending, where it's going to be, you're just all going to be sat here, you know, more or less. So, yeah, so we've got the, like, because this is doing work. So it would be nice to, because this one isn't really doing anything, so might as well just move it over, get a kill, and then move it. You gotta move it, because they will ARTY it, because it costs so many points. They always do that. It's 100 points. I mean, obviously it's better if they don't die, but as you can see, it's really not doing anything. I'm gonna take it out of my deck. I think I'd rather just have nothing than that. It's a shame, really, because you don't have a blanket bomber to snipe CVs when people are smoking and stuff. And I really did struggle with that when I played 82nd recently. Maybe I'll try the... I'm not bringing the cluster one. This is truly inspirational. I mean, what's he doing? I'm at a complete loss for words, because like he's microing them, so he knew that was happening, and Zsadok pinged him like, "Hey, Billy, don't be a hero, don't be a fool with your life." But alas, I love these heavy hogs; they're so good. Really, really good piece of kit. So they dump all their rockets really quick, and then you got a supply behind it, and it reloads super quick. 64 supply to reload. You can do that like 12 times with this one supply. Obviously, it ends up giving fuel and giving stuff to the surrounding people, so it doesn't really work like that, but... Yeah, and, you know, obviously if you're red, you really just want to shoot this, because he's not moving it. The disadvantage, of course, of the airborne is that they don't have self-propelled smoke mortars, so they can't shift queue up the move orders. It's an interesting side shot there. The 9th US gets self-propelled ones, which he just didn't bring. He didn't bring any artillery. So, this appears to be where... I mean, you want to be in the trees somewhere, right? This is in the open. But he's smoking here, so that the recon here won't see him, but there should really be a recon up here. And there sort of is, it's just in the wrong place. He's napalming. He got literally nothing. So yeah, that was the 100-point toe too. So it's nice to be vindicated, but yeah, having an ATGM in this building is really, really cool because it actually shoots, it passes this and shoots you down here. The issue, of course, is once again you will get arted, so it shoots once, you move it. Every time. Like, you just move it back one, you can still do it. So frustrating. Playing on the red side and taking this. The enemy is using the ATGMs and he knows about this. Obviously a lot more people are going to do it to me now because they're going to watch this video, so digging my own grave here, but because you shoot that, right, and then, oh, I'll arty this building, then they just fall back one building, right. Now, admittedly, you might still catch them in the splash, but they just keep moving around. But yeah, I would actually advocate for just putting it in that one, because this one's, you know, so this one actually looks better. You can see further down. Crazy, crazy. What a building. So, yep. So we spoke about this, right, and how blue really, really needs to hold on to this, but Softcore was distracted by this situation and just YOLO'd all his points into the open and lost them. Whereas if they'd been here, it would have been much harder for these to push in, so that is a problem. Now Red's probably going to take this back. I mean, there are things trying to hold it, but not a whole lot. In the meantime, they finally realised, oh, I can just shoot a smoke mortar. Got both of them. That's why you gotta not sell the transport and move them after every volley. It's a total pain in the arse. I'm not gonna pretend it's easy. Interesting composition here, no close range AT infantry. This basically should just be a regular Vakshus or better yet a meta squad, because they can still fire in the forest, because he doesn't know. But if he did know, I suppose this has AT, but oh, that's a big shame, man, because this could have driven in here and just killed everything. But yeah, if you're blue, you really need to take this if you want to get in this zone, because there's always going to be, like, there should be more people up here shooting at them, really, but there are some. So yeah, he's taken it, he's realised. So that actually killed that one this time. I mean, it's so bad, it's just... I'm pretty sure I bring it as well on 9th US, because you don't really have a better option, but... Basically, small bombs are always worse in this game, because they take us exactly as the same amount of time to resupply as... You know, one small bomb takes the same time as one big bomb. And the small bomb's like two 250 kilo bombs. Obviously they're all in Imperial units, so it's like 227 and stuff like that, but... yeah, two 250 kilo bombs is less good than one 500 kilo bomb, in terms of the amount of damage it does, damage to armor, stuff like that. And, the idea is, well, it's spread over a wider area, but it's just not important in this game. In real life it makes sense, right, because you see those aardvarks or whatever they're called, and they drop like, it's like 36 bombs or something. In this game, I think it could go up to 100, but the idea is you basically just bomb a really large area, but in this game, yeah, maybe it's a slightly larger area, but nothing in it takes any damage, so it doesn't matter. So, looking pretty bad for blue now, because this has been breached. And, yeah, it's not ideal. These are 107s. I think he's only got 4 of these, you know, and 2 just died, so... And he needs to keep smoking, otherwise Red's just gonna walk in and kill him. To be honest, Red should already just be... because this big line here tells you exactly where the CV is, right? It's either gonna be here or here, right? And there's a small chance that he's kept it in one of these tree lines, but you can just put this up there and, oh, I don't see it in the tree lines. Well, it's going to be behind this building or in here, so... And we know Sparty has a bunch of MLRS, so there it is. Does he not want to... Well, whatever. So yeah, blue's struggling because they don't have the weight They don't have the heavy armor. I mean, this is their strongest tank, and it's quite possibly the most cost-effective tank in the game. You see, he's selling the transports. He's not moving them. He needs to shoot one volley and move it. Shoot one volley and move it. So yeah, probably the most cost-effective tank in the game, the M60. But obviously, it depends what you want to do with it. But yeah, you will lose big to T64s, T80s, stuff like that. In real life, of course, this would win. The T80 would just explode, along with the Union, but, you know, too many historians. So, okay, at least he unloaded them this time. Like, imagine if he had some smoke, he could smoke here, because is he going to get across that? I mean, I suppose there's only one BMP2. No, he's just stopped. He just stopped. Okay. But yeah, the grenade launcher and the 2v2, I mean, he probably will kill it. But yeah, these should have just ran to it, because they still shoot while moving. Admittedly, the DMR's not going to fire. And then this, that could have not died, basically. He could have put it behind this, it still could have fired, but... These heavy hogs are so much fun. Because look how far away they shoot from, and they just immediately dump their payload. It takes them about 3 seconds. Yeah, that died as well. Gotta move them, shift queue up the move order. It's very hard to do. It's easy for me to just sit here and say, do that. But if you don't do it, that's what happens. So I need to say it, don't I? So, yeah, there was no recon here, so he couldn't see it, but obviously once it shot him. So blue holds this off for now, and then if the M60s kind of sweep this, at close range they'll kill the Conkers, no problem. In fact, they've run out of ammo, so just don't have to worry. Yeah. I don't know, Red's rushing it, basically. They don't have to hurry. They have. I mean, it's been 20 minutes, and they still have 12 minutes at the +2. And so if they just played a little bit slower, focus more on the kills, like, there was so much here, and now there's just nothing. And it's because they all came out over here, and this thing just... Look, it's vetted itself from how many kills it got. Just sat there and killed everybody, so... See, Zsadok doing his best here with what he has, but this is just not a position you want to be in as 80 seconds. Pushing over an open field, like, you don't have the tools for it, you don't have any armor. Your biggest armor is the Sheridan at 3, and he didn't bring it. So his biggest armor is the LAV at 2, and he hasn't. We haven't seen that either. So it's not great. The idea would be use the smoke here, get up into this, because go from there to there, because you would have to smoke here because they would be in there. And then you smoke here, and you get up into this. Right, once you've got into this, then you can take this one. Once you've taken this one, then you can actually resupply into the zone. Right, this is very important, but what ends up happening is everybody, because this corner of trees is in the zone, and the resupply roads just go straight this way, everybody, including myself, we all end up just camping in this corner and getting shot at by whoever's over here. So, you gotta break free, from the psychology of these zones, the big blue light telling you where to go. It's wrong. There's so many cases of that in this game. I think it's quite funny, really. But so like, you want to be sending the seed out, you know, with that, like, in front of that or behind that. The first couple times, the first time at least, do it in front, because they won't be expecting it. And it comes down to this idea about time as well. The game, the game's not going to end immediately. It's basically going to go the full 40 minutes, right? Looking at it. Unless the +2 stops. In which case it definitely will, but... yeah, it's... And so, starting with the seed, you can do that. And in a team game, you can kind of get away with it, right? The way this guy uses his infantry is hilarious. I mean, there wasn't anybody in there, but how did he know? He didn't. He just drove into it and hoped they wouldn't die. And here it worked. Here it didn't. Everybody died. Admittedly, if you do that, sometimes you can get away with things that you wouldn't expect. So now we've got the 4 drone... I guess he's trying to spot that airborne leader. The Stingers should shoot these, but will he see the airborne leader? That's the question. I assume he's seen it now, because like, that's quite close, and he's definitely seen it. I mean, he should know where it is anyway. He's destroyed this building. Something here. If you can't see the CV, where's it going to be? So all the drones are dead. And, yeah, Red's starting to panic a bit now. I mean, why is that more important than the CV? Like, he's had these for ages. He could have killed that CV any time. Should have a CV next to them as well, like this. Oh, okay. So, admittedly, you know, this one he can save. This one, I would send it forwards and then it'd probably still die. But because this would shoot. Oh, this is empty, right? But yeah, he saved the Avenger. The supplies were empty, so that's fine. This napalm thing, I'm so glad I watched this game, because I just put it in my deck. I was like, oh, you don't have any better options, I need to try this. No, it's literally worse than useless. It's done nothing. He's dropping it right on him. It's not killing him. It's always 3 per card. What? The water in the toilet is free. That's what that napalm played is. It's a shame, really. An entire class of ordnance is just useless. So there you go, the seed came out, and he got a cub and a shellker. Great. And then he got hit by a Strela. Which is obviously bullshit RNG, but it happens. And so the idea is, you know, you've got this right... Oh, he did! And then this would come in and do whatever it wanted to do while that seed was getting shot at. But bit of a miss micro, because like, he could have come in and shot something. I don't know, he could have shot that or whatever he wanted, whatever he could see. I don't know what he can see. So, I wonder if this huge array of artillery will ever be used to kill this CV. So, like... So he's got the MLR. Finally. It's 12 HP though, probably won't kill it in one volley. Is he using these to smoke? He is not. Because yeah, you can also smoke with these in a pinch. Don't bet them, I tried that, it doesn't work. No, don't be a hero. Wait for the seed. Wait for the seed or buy the next seed. Never mind, your enemy's retarded, and he just didn't bother healing his... No, I mean, this really should have shot at that. One hit would kill it, because the Strela's got it, so... Warno moment. 3 Strelas hitting you as you fly over them. Suppose they are a 2-vet, so they get a whopping 45% accuracy. This one's at 3-vet, it must have killed something. You hate to see it. But yeah, don't be afraid of smoking with these. The HE value is so terrible that, I mean, as you can see, that landed right on that, it's still there. So. Oh wow, we got it! So yeah, he's hidden it in here. And what Sparty needs to do is just get some recon up to here, or to here. And he'll be able to see it. Quite smart. Oh, no, he knows it's there now. But if he knows it's there, why did he just bomb this? Anyway, I forgot to mention this. I did see them coming round on the left. He's got a lot done there. He killed a Mister, a Jiatsin. Just messed up the entire reinforcing line. The Bruiser, for whatever reason, just went straight past him and... Yeah, crazy. I mean, it's getting... Okay, there you go, see? Why didn't he just do that 10 minutes ago? Feels great casting, because you could just be like, why aren't you playing perfectly? I don't play perfectly, I play really badly. Well, I mean, that's not fair. Probably above average. I don't want to be one of these people who just goes around saying they're crap all the time while they beat people. It's just very... It's kind of rude in its own way, because... You know, it's like a heads I win, tails you lose situation. So... Yeah, I mean, they ran out of ammo, so they were going to die eventually. I'm surprised it took that long. He got the entire backline. And, like, the Bruiser, I don't know, it was here, and it just kind of went forwards and could have just come back and killed him. Don't know. So, yeah. I mean, really interesting game, I gotta tell you. And, like, these two are in a voice chat together talking, because they're always on a team, so, you know. These two I'm not so sure about. And it was good from softcore to realise when, you know, because Zsadok got 2v1'd basically. Softcore immediately realised, oh, there's nobody here, and he pushed his lane. Like, that's the best thing you can do. If your teammate's getting 2v1, send whatever you're buying new, send it in to help him. But you should already have a bunch of people here, because you are ready to fight here, at which point just send them forwards and try and get some kills. Send your reinforcements over here. Obviously, you know, in some cases you can sort of wheel them, because like, if they were here, you could wheel them over and help, but it's better to just take your zone. And yeah, send the reinforcements to here. So, the seed plane, it gets the mega missile, so it's actually sort of like an ASF. I mean, classic Warno is a terrible example there. That should have hit at least once, and then the gun should have killed it, but it happens. And that's the advantage of, like, 90US is kind of the same. All of its bombers, a lot of its bombers are kind of also fighters, which is pretty cool. It does make them cost small, though. Okay. 3 there. This guy's killed a lot of people. Moriarty, off Sherlock Holmes. He's dead now. Big sad. So, yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of teamwork here, right? Zsadok's got some units mixed in. Yeah, looks like they're going to get in. Comes down to, in the deck review, we spoke about having one card of 2 vet aero rifles in 82nd. That can be super, super useful. You just send them in here and they would be there, because you've got the air control. So you don't have to worry too much about, you know, a fighter killing them. I mean, they will probably try, but you've already bought the fighters. And there's the surrender. So, really impressive from these two. They just beat one of the best teams in the universe. And, oh, it's Homelander. That's hilarious. You know when he was sending the infantry in, and he was just driving into it and dying? I was like... Because I said to the camera, right? I said, sorry, I'm a bit retarded. I said, this guy, he's always driving in. What if there's an infantry in with AT there? It's just not a good idea. And my brain thought, well, hang on, remember the last time you played against Homelander, he did that to you, and then he won. And I was like, well, I won't tell the audience that, because, you know, they'll get the wrong idea. They'll just be like, oh, if the top players do it, I'll do it as well. Well, it was him. This is Homelander. So, yeah. Zsadok definitely punching above his weight here. I mean, these guys, this is like a second account. He's way better than rank 357. Not MJ's. These two are really, really good. Last time I played against Sparty, I lost a game against him. It was a tournament. I won one, lost one. It was group stages, so best of 2. Not MJ, last time I played against him, I lost as well. Last time I played against Homelander, I lost. I can't remember the last time I played against Zsadok. I think we play at different times, so not seen him. So yeah, I mean, it was an interesting game, really. So funny. Now you're gonna be like, well, see, one of the best players in the universe doesn't bring ARTY, and therefore, honestly, lots of ways to bake an egg, as they say. Whatever. Goodbye.